A few days ago, I ran into a colleague at a cafe in Kuala Lumpur. We used to work together nearly 15 years ago. And as we were reminiscing about the past and comparing notes, I noticed that her phone was ringing and it was right in front of her, but she was a little reluctant to pick up the phone. And after a couple of minutes, the phone rang again. And when I looked at her phone, it said "Mom." So I was a little taken aback at the fact that she wasn't picking up the phone. Then I told her, you know what, if it takes 15 to 20 minutes, take the 15 to 20 minutes. After all, it's your mother. And then she sighed rather deeply and said, you know what, today is Mother's Day. And I realized that I haven't bought a present for my mother. So I'm just thinking, what do I get her? I was actually thinking of going out with my girlfriends for a dinner. And I just had this thought that today is Mother's Day and I've got to spend time with my mother. Anyway, this conversation ended with my friend, with my colleague from 15 years ago. And I was walking away from this cafe and I did feel quite disturbed. And as I was feeling disturbed, there was this flash of memory that struck me. It was 1995, 4th of January. I was sitting next to the bed and my mother was lying on this bed. She had cancer. So I asked her this question and that was, wasn't it so difficult for you to bring up 4 children, to be a professor, to be this go-to lady that everybody looks up to? She looked at me very faintly with a smile and said, you know, Karthik, when you were born, it was the greatest joy for me. And when your siblings were born, I had, so much of joy that nothing could equal that, Yes, there were many sleepless nights. I did worry myself to sickness sometimes, when you guys were ill. But if you ask me, I would do this all over again. And when I look back, I don't remember any pain. I don't remember any difficulty. All I remember is the sheer joy you guys have brought me. Here I was, looking at my mother, who was very weak. I could sense a certain heaviness in her breath. And she looked at me and said, Karthik, you look exactly like me. In fact, you are very, very similar to me. And I really think you must take some rest and probably eat some dinner. It was by this time, it was 9 p.m. I couldn't help feeling that whilst she was so weak, her foremost thought was still whether I had taken dinner and whether I was resting. Next morning, she passed away. And these were the last words that she told me. And now, when I think back, this is really what I'd like to share with everybody. Please do not celebrate Mother's Day. Instead, celebrate your mother every single day. Your mother does not need presents on Mother's Day. What your mother really needs is your presence when she is older and weaker. After all, when your mother was younger and stronger, when you were weaker and smaller, she was always by your side. Your mother probably sacrificed her youth for you. Your mother probably sacrificed her career for you. Your mother probably spent months and months, if not years and years, sleepless nights, night after night, and never complained about it. So do not focus on just buying presents for your mother. Be present for your mother. And to all mothers, this is what I'd like to say as a 57-year-old son. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. This world has hope. This world has goodness. And this world has a future because of mothers like you. So namaste and thank you to all mothers.